Number on the screen glowed with a harsh, mocking blue light. Out of a possible 750. For 3 seconds, the living room was so silent I could hear the faint, rhythmic ticking of the wall clock. Joey remained hunched over the laptop, her fingers hovering above the trackpad like they had been paralyzed. 142? Dad muttered, leaning over the back of the sofa, his brow furrowing as if he couldn't comprehend the digits. Joey, did you type in the wrong candidate number? That can't be right. Joey snapped out of her trance. She slammed her finger onto the F5 key, refreshing the page. The little loading circle spun for a grueling second before the exact same page loaded. Total score 142. No! Joey shrieked, her voice cracking. She hit refresh again, and again, and again. Her breathing turned shallow and erratic. The system is broken. The grading machine messed up. They lost my scan run sheet. Mom hurried out of the kitchen, wiping her hands frantically on her apron. What's wrong? Joey, honey, what is it? They gave me a 142. Joey sobbed, turning to bury her face in Mom's stomach. I aced it. I knew every answer. Someone hacked the database, Mom. Someone ruined my score. The floating comments in my peripheral vision, usually a unified wall of praise for Joey, exploded into pure chaos. Wait, what? A142? Is this a glitch? Did the author write the wrong number? The female lead is a genius. I don't understand. How did she fail this badly? Plot hole. I let out a soft exhale, stepping away from the doorway and walking slowly toward the coffee table. Why don't you check the detailed breakdown? It shows the scanned images of your actual test papers. That should clear up any system errors. Joey whipped her head around, her tear-streaked face contorting into a mask of pure venom. You did this. You hacked the website, didn't you, Elle? You couldn't stand seeing me win. I ignored her, gently nudging her aside to reach the keyboard. Let's take a look. I clicked the link for the detailed score report. The screen populated with a breakdown by subject. Math 18. Science 24. Literature 45. I scrolled down to the scanned images of her free response sections. There was Joey's neat handwriting, spelling out equations and paragraphs of analysis. And right next to every single one was a glaring red 0 stamped by the graders. Notes from the examiners were visible in the margins, formulas applied backward. Steps completely contradict final answer. A logical derivation, because every single step she had written down was the wrong step I had deliberately rehearsed in my head. Joey stared at her own handwriting on the screen, her mouth opening and closing soundlessly. I don't understand, she whispered, her voice barely audible. These were the right answers. I know they were. How could you know, Joey? I asked quietly, my voice slicing through the heavy air. Did you actually work them out on your scratch paper? Because I noticed you turned yours in completely blank during the exam. Dad spun around, his face dark with confusion. Elle, what are you talking about? What scratch paper? Move over, I said to Joey. She was too stunned to fight back. She stumbled backward, collapsing onto the sofa. I typed in my own candidate number and hit enter. The page loaded instantly. Total score 748. State rank 2. Dad staggered back as if he had been physically struck. 748. That's a lie.